Polygamous relationships. While visiting a friend at the mall, you encounter a handsome man who strikes up a conversation and exchanges numbers with you. Shortly after, he introduces you to his four female friends, each in a serious relationship with him and fully aware of one another. This scenario represents a polygamous relationship, where one person has multiple romantic partners simultaneously, with everyone in on it. Think of it as a romantic buffet with options, but managing such relationships can be quite challenging. Remembering multiple birthdays, anniversaries, and preferences isn't easy. Key to success in polygamous relationships is communication. Creating a group chat can help coordinate plans and avoid confusion over schedules. In polyamorous settings, jealousy is less common. Instead of feeling threatened, individuals practice compersion, feeling joy when their partner finds happiness with someone else. Many choose polygamy because they believe one relationship can't fulfill all their emotional and practical needs. They see love as limitless and deep enough to extend to multiple partners. Casual dating. Casual dating is all about enjoying a lighthearted romantic connection without the weight of emotional commitment. It's like wearing sweatpants to a fancy restaurant, comfortable and easygoing. In this dating style, people engage in romantic or sexual relationships without expectations of long-term commitment or exclusivity. Think of it as musical chairs. Everyone is mingling without knowing when they might settle down. You can go out, have fun, or even hook up, all while avoiding the pressure of labels and serious commitments. It's like the free samples section of dating, trying out different connections without the obligation to buy the whole package. However, the biggest challenge in casual dating is avoiding deeper feelings, as attachments can sometimes develop despite the initial intentions. Monogamous relationships. Imagine being at a party and seeing two people in the corner, laughing and holding hands, clearly in their own world. This brief moment reflects a monogamous relationship, an exclusive bond between two individuals with no room for plus ones. Here, both partners choose to be romantically and intimately committed to each other alone. In monogamy, fidelity is crucial, requiring a mutual promise to remain faithful and loyal. Trust is the foundation of this relationship style, which can provide a sense of stability and consistency, like having a permanent plus one for weddings, game nights, and family gatherings. However, monogamous relationships can be challenging, often resembling a three-legged race. You must learn to synchronize your steps while supporting each other's feelings, quirks, and personal growth. Ultimately, a monogamous relationship means choosing each other every day, with the understanding that, among all the people in the world, you want to share your life. Even those quirky moments like arguing over how to load the dishwasher. Dominant submissive. While chatting with a colleague, you notice her referring to her boyfriend as Sir or Master. Curious, you ask her about it, and she explains that they are in a dominant submissive relationship, where she enjoys letting him take charge. In this dynamic, one partner assumes the role of the dominant, or dom, while the other acts as the submissive, or sub. The power exchange can vary in intensity, but it is crucially consensual. Both partners must agree on their boundaries and roles. Trust, respect, and clear communication form the foundation of a healthy, dominant-submissive relationship. Each person actively participates in deciding how the dynamic unfolds, affecting everything from daily interactions to intimate moments. In this setup, the defining feature is the transfer of power from the submissive to the dominant. It's important to note that this relationship isn't about superiority. Rather, it's about one person having authority in specific situations while the other willingly follows. This dynamic can be ongoing or limited to particular contexts, such as intimacy, depending on what works best for both partners. Open relationships. After years of being single, you decide to try Tinder and quickly match with someone. During your dinner date, your match reveals that he has a wife, but they're in an open marriage, which allows him to date and have intimate relationships with others, something his wife fully supports. An open relationship, or open marriage, involves two committed partners who agree that it's acceptable for each to engage in romantic or sexual experiences with others. It's akin to having a favorite pizza place while feeling free to enjoy a slice from another pizzeria whenever you like, without guilt, provided both partners consent. You might wonder if this is just a fancy term for cheating, but the difference lies in consent and honesty. In an open relationship, both partners are aware of and agree to the arrangement. a stark contrast to the secrecy often associated with infidelity. It's about transparency, where discussions about experiences happen openly, perhaps over mimosas at a Sunday brunch. Successful open relationships hinge on clear communication, requiring in-depth conversations about boundaries. This includes what is acceptable, whether casual dates or physical connections are allowed, and even the logistics like sharing leftovers from dates. Clear boundaries are essential to avoid misunderstandings. However, open relationships aren't for everyone. They demand a high level of trust and patience, much more than managing a prankster friend's antics or waiting for a sloth to finish a marathon. For couples who embrace it, an open relationship can feel incredibly liberating, like finally slipping off those tight shoes after a long, exhausting day. Karmic relationships. Imagine you're at a party, enjoying time with friends when someone walks in, and suddenly it feels like lightning struck. You've never met this person before, yet they seem familiar, and before long, you're lost in conversation, locking intense eye contact and sharing life stories as if you're catching up after centuries apart. The connection is electric and overwhelming, like meeting someone from a dream, and it all feels like fate. However, a few weeks into this whirlwind romance, you find yourself on an emotional roller coaster. One moment you're floating on cloud nine, and the next you're embroiled in arguments over issues you didn't even know existed. This dynamic perfectly encapsulates a karmic relationship. The hallmark of a karmic relationship is that instant, undeniable chemistry. You might feel irresistibly drawn to each other, like two magnets, but as we know, magnets can also repel, leading to the inevitable tension. Karmic relationships are typically characterized by rapid movement and challenges. They aren't designed to be easy or necessarily long-lasting. The universe aims to push your buttons, challenge your perspectives, and pull you out of your comfort zone. Once this emotional work is done, the relationship often dissolves. Long-distance relationships. A long-distance relationship exists when two individuals are romantically involved but separated by considerable distance, be it different cities, countries, or even continents. Think of it as tackling a video game on hard mode. Picture this. If Romeo were in New York and Juliet was stuck in LA traffic, their love story would take on a whole new level of complexity. Long-distance relationships can indeed be challenging. Unlike typical relationships where you can simply drop by your partner's place after a tough day or binge-watch a new series together, long-distance couples rely heavily on virtual hangouts, trust, and a flood of messages. The phrase, "I miss you," quickly becomes your go-to expression, and your phone transforms into an extension of yourself. For those in long-distance relationships, mastering the art of the goodnight text and perfecting the skill of falling asleep on FaceTime becomes second nature. Couples become experts at sending "wish you were here" selfies from every mundane location imaginable, each snapshot a tender reminder of their connection. It's an emotional game of ping pong, where each message serves to bridge the gap between them. Believe it or not, many couples find long-distance relationships to be incredibly rewarding. So, while long-distance relationships come with their unique set of challenges, they can also foster an unrivaled depth of connection, making the eventual reunions even sweeter. Rebound relationships. Imagine this. You've just gone through a tough breakup after almost 3 years with your boyfriend, and your heart feels utterly shattered. Getting out of bed, eating, or even simply watching the sunset has become a monumental challenge, as every little thing reminds you of him. Your friends, eager to help but perhaps not offering the best advice, tell you that the best way to get over one man is to get under another. Before you know it, you're in a new relationship just a few weeks after the emotional turbulence of your breakup. Congratulations, you've entered the world of rebound relationships. This occurs when someone jumps into a new romantic involvement shortly after ending a previous one. It's like a fresh loaf of bread being plopped into the toaster right after the first slice got burned. The aim of a rebound relationship is often to distract yourself from the pain, fill an emotional void, or simply avoid the loneliness of being single. Let's be real. Who wants to eat pizza for one when you can share it? However, diving headfirst into a new romance without taking time to heal can lead to complicated feelings. You might hope this new relationship acts like emotional superglue, mending the cracks in your heart. It's akin to using a Band-Aid to fix a broken arm. While you've covered up a wound, the underlying injury remains unaddressed, and true healing hasn't occurred. In a rebound relationship, it's common to find yourself subconsciously comparing this new partner to your ex. These comparisons can often intensify your feelings of sadness or inadequacy, leaving you feeling worse than before.
Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Next video will be coming soon. Bye!